miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On third down, Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
After the interception, here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That's going to be taken in by Felton. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and turned.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down and 4. Burrow firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So this rivalry, Charles, here in the Buckeye State, Cincinnati and Cleveland, you know, you felt like for a while it took a dip as these two franchises struggled. But now I think this rivalry is budding again as one of the best under-the-radar rivalries in the NFL.
I agree with you absolutely, because both of these teams have the arrow pointing up. They've kind of solved their quarterback issues. They're building up their rosters. But one of the most defining moments of this rivalry to me wasn't even in a Browns-Bengals game. It was a Seahawks-Bengals game when head coach Sam Wyche addressed the crowd and emphasized that Cincinnati was the place to be.
Well, Charles, I think his exact words were, you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati. So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there, too. So being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to Bryant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off of play action, it's Watson. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? With the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Watson down to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And now the rookie's free. The 40, 20, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, this will be incomplete. Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 41, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
11 mighty.
First down. Here's Burrow. That's complete. Okwuegbunam. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To the air again, Burrow. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Boyd. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Watson. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Chubb running right. Pushes him over. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Here's Watson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Again, it's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
16. Bengals 13.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Burrow. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Burrow will throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they go play action now. Burrow. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now James returning. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch that. 11 Thomas.
Now Burrow. Into the secondary, past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that is taken in by Njoku. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They set up the screen to Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Here's James. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
11.
Now it's Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
The final shot before the break. Watson forced out to his left. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second and 5.
And again, it's Chubb. And some room to roam now.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Watson on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Logan Wilson.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
They'll run with Chubb. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
on their side of midfield at the 47.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
11. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. They're not ready for this, man. 11 MT.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Big 13. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. You ain't going nowhere.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now James returning.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. They'll roll him out right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
In your face.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Watson now to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A give. This is Chubb. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 42. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
57's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. 57.
They run it again with Chubb.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Chubb on the counter, and if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That 2nd down play nets a -4. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Watson. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
24, 19. Come on, now. Blue there. 24 is the mic. Line them up.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Kevin Huber now. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On the carry, it's Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Browns continue to roll. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11 empty paint. 11 empty paint. 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Right there, 54.
11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slam.
11.
54.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's complete, Okuegbuna.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Ja'Marr Chase.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
Trucks over him.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At their 48-yard line.
2nd down at 7.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, 59! Chuck.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Check 13. Check 13.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
43's the mic.
12, 12, 12.
Check. Alert flare.
12, 12, 12.
Burrow will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And